I'm Alka Chaturvedi and my passion is astrology. I did Jyotirvish and Jyotirvisharat from Bhavans University, Mumbai, and I did Hora Ratnam and Hora Vachaspati from KP Stellar Institute, Chennai, and I learned about psychological astrology from Faculty of Astrological Studies, UK. Friends, in my YouTube channel, I want to discuss about the conditions which the whole world is going through, the pandemic caused by COVID-19 virus. You know, the branch of astrology which deals with the forecast of the nations, groups, is called the mundane astrology. It studies the influence of sign, planet, and their aspect upon nation, countries, and cities. It forecasts about natural calamities like earthquake, famine, flood, cyclone, volcanic eruptions, pandemic, epidemic, etc. You know, all these things can be found out through mundane astrology. And with mundane astrology, we can come to know about the political situation of the country also. And this political astrology also comes under its domain. So we want to know about the rise and fall of the government or empire. It tells about international relation, confrontations, and dictatorship, democratic style of ruling. All these things can be found out just by studying this mundane astrology. We can come to know about the assassination of the ruler, social political changes, financial condition of the nation. All these things, or the stock market condition, or all these things can be found out through mundane astrology. The horoscope is made according to birth time for the person. You know, we need birth detail, time of birth, date of birth, and place of birth. Then only we can make the horoscope. But when we are making the horoscope of nation consists of people. It is never born. You know, it was always there. It has only demarcated the boundaries. So its chart is made according to important political dates or event of the country. You know, India got independence on 15th August 1947 at midnight 12. So India's horoscope is made according to that time. You know, before 1857 was treated as India's horoscope. United States got independence on 4th July 1776. So its chart is made according to that date. Yeah, you know, UK chart is made according to 1st January 1801, 12 a.m. London time, because at that time England and Ireland were united. You know, so but a nation can have many chart, but generally we see the latest event, because that latest event generally gives us the coming trend of the country. You know, so and for considering this latest trend, we generally consider the transit of slow moving planets. Slow moving planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Rahu, Ketu. You know, all these planets, they generally bring the changes in the atmosphere or in the environment or in the nation's structure, or for the nation forecast, we generally consider these planets. Now I'll discuss a few important aspects which explains the current scenario of our country, or in mundane astrology, it tells about that what will be the current scenario of any country. You know, Pluto is transiting from the 9th house of India's horoscope. 9th house tells about the religion, the belief, the philosophy of the country, and Pluto tells about intense focused about so whichever house the Pluto travels, we become intensely focused on those matters. So we are likely to be passionate about our religious values and beliefs. And Pluto is making challenging aspect with our natal moon, and moon signifies women, children, and general public in mundane astrology. So we are likely to experience a kind of emotional turmoil. The public may experience a kind of manipulation or a stressful domestic condition. Because of Corona, we are very depressed and we are very sad. So these kind of condition is likely to continue till 30th of June. And then after considering Pluto, we consider the Neptune aspect. So Neptune is transiting through 11th house of our country. 11th house shows organization of the country. So the various organization in our country are likely to play the role of charity, compassion. They are helping government in doing the charity work. So many charitable organizations are very active. And then, but Neptune is compassion and charity, but it also shows frauds and forgery. So it can also show that there may be frauds and forgery going on in various organizations, which is difficult to come to the surface. It will remain, it won't come out easily. And then Neptune is making challenging aspect with Mercury. Mercury is the aspect of expression, communication, and Neptune is again making false statement. So we can see a lot of distortion of fact during this period, and we may not come to know the exact truth. What is the truth about any matter? These kind of things, it will likely to continue till May 2021, during this month. And then we consider the Uranus aspect. Uranus is transiting from 12th house of our country, and 12th house shows unplanned expenditure, hospital, charity, religion, these kind of things. So there we may see changes in health structure of the country, or the government may incur a lot of sudden expenditure. COVID came, the government had to spend so much sudden expenditure in curbing this pandemic. So this thing, Uranus will transit through 12th house of India till June 2025. So we are likely to incur expenditure in the health matter till government is till 2025, we feel. And then we consider the Saturn aspect is also very, very important in mundane astrology. And right now Saturn is exactly on the meridian cusp, on the 10th house cusp, which shows that government may adopt a serious approach in its working these days. And Saturn is making challenging aspect with natal Saturn. It shows the period when the decision which we had taken 14 years back, it needs to be revised. There may be difficulties with law, long-term projects, health issues. We kind of see these kind of things, during Saturn opposition, Saturn aspect, because it's a Saturn cycle. Then Saturn is also making challenging aspect with Pluto. So what does that mean? It means that government is trying hard to resolve health issues, or the lockdown conditions is likely to continue. People may experience a lot of hardship and extremism. It also shows that people may experience tight financial condition, as Saturn is control and Pluto is money. But actually both the planets deal with the control. So Pluto is a significator of money, so we can expect tight conditions of general public, financial condition of general public. Then we consider Jupiter aspect, Jupiter transit also. So Jupiter is transiting through 10th house of our country. So it shows that government may enjoy solid condition and opposition cannot do any damage to the government during this time. And it is making, it is making aspect with Sun, Rahu and Ketu, which shows that again that stressful financial condition or the trade may suffer during this time. And then another important aspect which I want to discuss with you is the great mutation. Great mutation occurs when Jupiter and Saturn, when they conjunct, both are slow moving planet. And this Jupiter and Saturn, the conjunction happens every 20 years. So this time it has happened in December 2020. So this aspect unfolds every 20 years in the same element. Before 2020, it was unfolding in earthy sign. So earthy sign is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This aspect helped in every kind of expansion at that time. For 240 years, this aspect continued, from 17th century, from 1782 till 2020, we were having Jupiter-Saturn aspect in earthy signs. So we saw every kind of expansion in a lot of buildings were made, highways were made, population increased, money increased, crops increased, and all kind of expansion happened during this period. Now this conjunction is in Aquarius sign, but now for 240 years, it will continue in the Aries sign. Aries sign is Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. So we are likely to see a major change in communication, traveling, partnership, and only these matters will remain in highlight. When earthy signs were there, earthy sign is security conscious, we want to hold on to things, but Aries sign is people are likely to be focused in expanding their knowledge. Air sign is knowledge, ideas. They may express their views freely. Now we are likely to move towards decentralization and delegation. The airy people, they don't want to dominate other people. They just want to decentralize everything. They want to delegate everything. So they are likely to move towards the society which may be humanitarian, egalitarian, unconventional, detached, and it will have a lot of modern ideas. So our modes of communication and traveling will become advanced, and there will be more invention. Even now there are so many inventions, but these inventions, there will be far more modern atmosphere, or far more inventions we may see, far more easier method of doing any work will be seen now. And there may be revolutions also, health. But if this I was telling about the long-term aspects, but for the short-term aspect, I think that health issues will remain a top priority for every one of us, and I see that lockdown condition may ease after 22nd May. So this is my analysis on the mundane aspects of our country. Thank you.